Welcome to World Code Updates, your daily briefing on everything happening around the world. The tropical sun beat down relentlessly on the shimmering waters of the South China Sea, casting a dazzling glare across the vast expanse. But beneath the tranquil surface, tension simmered, hinting at the storm brewing just below. The mood among the sailors was anything but calm. Faces were set, eyes scanning the horizon, every crew member acutely aware that they were entering contested waters where danger could erupt at any moment. A Philippine resupply vessel, loaded with essential supplies, cautiously approached the rusting hulk of the BRP Sierra Madre, a grounded World War II-era ship that now serves as a lonely outpost on Second Thomas Shoal. This shoal lies well within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, a fact recognized by international law but fiercely disputed by China. Suddenly the calm was shattered. Chinese Coast Guard cutters appeared on the horizon, closing in fast. They maneuvered with precision and aggression, cutting off the Philippine boat's path and boxing it in, making their intentions unmistakably clear. Over the radio, harsh warnings blared in Mandarin and English, a chilling demand for the Philippine vessel to retreat immediately. The tension on board was palpable as the crew listened, knowing that any misstep could escalate the standoff. Without warning, the Chinese unleashed a powerful water cannon. The blast shattered windows, sent crew members sprawling, and left several injured. It was a clear and forceful message. China was willing to use physical force to assert its sweeping maritime claims, regardless of international condemnation. Outmatched but undeterred, the Filipino sailors grabbed their phones and cameras, documenting every moment of the harassment. They knew the world needed to see what was happening in these remote waters, far from the eyes of most. This was no isolated incident. It was part of a broader, calculated campaign, China's so-called gray zone tactics, designed to intimidate and wear down its neighbors without triggering outright war. Such confrontations have become alarmingly frequent in the South China Sea. Images and videos of the attack quickly went viral, sparking outrage and concern around the globe. The world watched as a David and Goliath struggle played out in real time, with the Philippines standing firm against a much larger adversary. For Manila, the confrontation was a stark reminder of its vulnerability in the face of growing Chinese assertiveness. It underscored the urgent need for stronger alliances, more robust defense strategies, and international support to safeguard its sovereignty. The standoff at Second Thomas Shoal was about far more than a single outpost. It was a battle over sovereignty, national pride, and the future balance of power in the Indo-Pacific, a region whose stability hangs in the balance. As the waves crashed against the battered hull of the Sierra Madre, the stakes had never been higher. The world was watching, and the outcome would echo far beyond these contested waters. The Second Thomas Shoal incident is part of China's broader strategy to dominate the South China Sea. Beijing's sweeping claims, marked by the 9-dash line, overlap with the exclusive economic zones of the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, and Brunei. China's military buildup, now the world's largest navy, backs up its assertive foreign policy. Beyond warships, China deploys Coast Guard and maritime militia to harass, blockade, and intimidate, all while avoiding direct conflict. The South China Sea is a vital artery for global trade. China's actions threaten freedom of navigation and the rules-based order. Its rejection of the 2016 arbitral ruling signals a challenge to international law. The region faces a fundamental test: will law or force decide its future? China's island building in the Spratlys has transformed reefs into fortified military bases. Airstrips, ports, and missile sites now project Chinese power deep into the South China Sea. These artificial islands act as unsinkable aircraft carriers, shifting the military balance. China's maritime militia, ostensibly fishing boats, swarm disputed areas, harassing neighbors and establishing a constant presence. Their civilian guise complicates any response, making escalation risky for others. This combination of militarized islands and persistent militia pressure erodes the sovereignty of Southeast Asian states. Filipino fishermen are blocked, Vietnamese oil exploration is obstructed, and regional stability is undermined. Through sand, steel, and intimidation, China is redrawing the map without firing a shot. For the Philippines, China's actions are a daily reality. Filipino fishermen are chased from traditional grounds, their livelihoods threatened by Chinese ships. The Philippine Coast Guard and Navy face constant harassment, outmatched by China's superior forces. Each resupply mission to outposts like Second Thomas Shoal is fraught with danger. Public outrage has surged. uniting Filipinos across political lines in defense of their sovereignty. The government realized it could not stand alone against China's might. Previous attempts at appeasement failed, the harassment only intensified. The Philippines needed powerful partners to safeguard its future. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s 2022 election marked a pivotal turning point in the nation's history. His victory was not just a change in leadership, but a signal that the Philippines was ready to chart a new course on the global stage, one that would redefine its role in regional security and international diplomacy. Breaking away from his predecessor's policy of accommodation toward China, Marcos Jr. made it clear that defending Philippine sovereignty would be his administration's top priority. He emphasized the importance of standing firm in the face of external pressures, especially in the contested waters of the South China Sea, where tensions have continued to rise. To reinforce this stance, he revitalized the long-standing alliance with the United States, reaffirming the Mutual Defense Treaty as the bedrock of the country's security architecture. This move reassured both the Filipino people and international partners that the Philippines would not stand alone in defending its interests. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, granted U.S. forces expanded access to key Philippine military bases. This development sent a strong message to Beijing and the world. Manila was committed to strengthening its defense posture and was prepared to work closely with allies to deter any threats. At the same time, Manila deepened its strategic partnership with Japan, recognizing Tokyo as an increasingly vital security partner in the region. This partnership was built on shared democratic values and a mutual interest in maintaining peace and stability in Asia. Japan's support extended well beyond economic aid. It included providing advanced defense equipment, conducting joint training sessions, and helping the Philippines enhance its maritime domain awareness, crucial for monitoring and protecting its vast territorial waters. This strategic pivot was designed to embed the Philippines within a robust network of alliances, raising the cost of any potential Chinese aggression. By working closely with both the United States and Japan, Manila aimed to create a united front that would deter hostile actions and promote regional stability. Importantly, the new policy was about deterrence, not provocation. Marcos Jr. stressed that the goal was to prevent conflict through strength and cooperation, not to escalate tensions or seek confrontation. The Philippines would no longer be a passive bystander in regional affairs. Instead, it would actively collaborate with allies to uphold international law, defend its territorial integrity, and ensure freedom of navigation in critical sea lanes. With these bold moves, a new era of Philippine foreign policy had truly begun, one defined by assertiveness, partnership, and a renewed commitment to national sovereignty on the world stage. The Philippines' pivot was welcomed by Washington and Tokyo, eager to strengthen a key partner. The U.S. and Philippines increased high-level meetings, focusing on agile, modern security cooperation. Japan elevated its relationship with Manila, moving from development aid to defense equipment and closer military ties. In April 2024, a historic trilateral summit in Washington formalized this new alignment. The leaders pledged deeper defense cooperation, joint patrols, and enhanced maritime awareness. Regular trilateral naval exercises now demonstrate unity and resolve in the South China Sea. Agreements streamline logistics and reciprocal access to bases, making joint operations more effective. This trilateral bond is more than diplomacy. It's an operational partnership to deter aggression. The alliance sent a clear message: regional stability would be defended together. Japan's transformation is a key driver of the trilateral alliance. Once bound by pacifism, Japan's 2022 national security strategy marked a historic shift, doubling defense spending and acquiring counterstrike capabilities. China is now identified as Japan's greatest strategic challenge. Japan is building a network of security partners, deepening ties with the US, Australia, India, and Southeast Asia. The partnership with the Philippines is central, supporting freedom of navigation and regional stability. Japan now provides defense equipment, intelligence, and joint training, moving beyond its post-war constraints. This proactive stance makes Japan a more capable and willing partner in the Indo-Pacific. Japan's evolution is reshaping the region's security architecture. Japan's commitment is backed by tangible support for the Philippines. Modern patrol vessels from Japan now patrol the West Philippine Sea, bolstering Manila's maritime presence. Advanced air surveillance radar systems are being delivered, enhancing the Philippines' ability to monitor its territory. Japan's new official security assistance program provides defense equipment and infrastructure, a major shift from past aid. The Philippines is among the first recipients, opening doors to future technology transfers and joint projects. This assistance is practical and strategic, strengthening Philippine resilience and deepening interoperability. Disaster relief and infrastructure upgrades further cement the partnership. Japan's support is a cornerstone of the trilateral security structure. The United States, Japan, and the Philippines are forging a formidable new security partnership in the Indo-Pacific, what many are now calling the Iron Triangle. This alliance is not just symbolic, it represents a significant shift in regional power dynamics, as these three nations come together to address shared security challenges and uphold a rules-based order. Joint military drills now regularly include all three nations, with troops practicing complex operations, amphibious landings, and coordinated crisis response. These exercises are designed to build trust, improve interoperability, and ensure that each military can operate seamlessly alongside the others in any scenario. Trilateral naval patrols in the South China Sea are a powerful demonstration of unity, visibly asserting freedom of navigation and deterring potential aggression. These coordinated patrols send a clear message that the Iron Triangle stands ready to defend international waters and uphold maritime law. U.S. forces now rotate through Philippine bases more frequently, bringing advanced capabilities, intelligence sharing, and constant joint training. This presence not only strengthens the Philippines' own defenses but also deepens the operational ties between all three allies. Major infrastructure upgrades and the pre-positioning of military assets on Philippine bases are underway, reducing response times in any contingency. These improvements ensure that Allied forces can mobilize quickly and effectively, no matter what challenges arise. This deepening cooperation builds credible deterrence, making the alliance more resilient and operationally seamless. Regular high-level meetings and joint planning sessions foster unity of purpose and strategic alignment. The Iron Triangle is no longer just a concept, it's a reality, with joint task forces and coordinated maneuvers now shaping the future of the Indo-Pacific region. Together, these nations are raising the costs for any actor seeking to disrupt regional stability, making it clear that aggression will be met with a unified and capable response. The new security order is taking shape, on the seas, in the air, and in the unwavering resolve of its partners. The Iron Triangle stands as a testament to the power of unity and shared commitment in safeguarding peace and stability across the Indo-Pacific.